So, Caitlin Clark won WNBA Player of the Year at the ESPYS. And let's be real, did Caitlin Clark deserve WNBA Player of the Year? Look, we can be honest, probably not. Probably not. But at the same time, people are losing their damn minds over this. They are losing their damn minds over Caitlin Clark getting an award that, yeah, you know what? She probably didn't deserve to win. But at the same time, every single person that questioned whether or not Angel Reese deserved her Player of the Year was called every ist imaginable. And let's be real. This is based on the 2024 season where Angel Reese was the 34th best player in the WNBA. At least Caitlin was the 4th best player and, in my opinion, the 3rd best player. I think she should have been 3rd in MVP voting. She was 4th in the end. I thought she was better than Stewie last year. I thought based on the regular season, she was the 3rd best player in the WNBA. That is just my opinion. I think over the in the regular season, Asia earned her MVP. Over the totality of the season, when you include playoffs, Fee was the best. And then maybe if you want to include playoffs, because Stewie was good against the Aces. Not good against the in the finals, but she was really good against the Aces. So yeah, I'll say that. But you can see right here, WNBA Player of the Year. The ESPYs are biased. Caitlin Clark is good, but Angel Reese 100 times better. Like these are just rage bait things. Because let's be real, Caitlin Clark on one leg injured, who hasn't had 10 straight healthy days since the start of training camp, is better than Angel Reese. That's not saying Angel Reese isn't good, by the way. That is not saying Angel Reese isn't good, because Angel Reese is having a hell of a season. Angel Reese is having a season where, like, if she plays like she did in the last 10 games for the rest of the season, she's going to be on the All-W second team. It is just a pity that it's just hard to say that you're an All-W level player when your team is 7-15. And you're on track to basically lose the same amount of games as last year. At least the Sky are 4-6 through their last 10. At least they beat the Lynx once, because if they had lost all of those games versus the Lynx, we would have had to have a real conversation. Thankfully, in fairness, Angel was superb against the Lynx in the game they won, especially in the first half, and she made a huge offensive rebound at the end of that game. But people are not happy. And like the amount of stuff where it's like, it's funny. At least it's it's nonsense over Aja. Why was it like? First of all, Nafisa Collier was better than Aja. There is actually no reason to give this to Aja Wilson. There is no reason. Angel Reese got a cover of 2K should have been Aja. It was Aja last year. Should Caitlin Clark have won it? Probably not. But like, should Juju Watkins have won College Player of the Year? Hell no. College Athlete of the Year, Juju Watkins. Are you kidding me? How many college athletes in America that were like Olympic medalists? And you had a player who, by the way, like, probably should not have won College Player of the Year in the women's. And yeah, like, I don't know. If you're going to give College Player of the Year, I would have given it to Paige. A College Athlete of the Year. Paige didn't even get nominated. And Juju Watkins goes and wins. The ESPYs are a popularity contest. Let's be honest, the popularity contest, and Caitlin Clark is going to win a popularity contest 95% of the time she's going to win a popularity contest. The only time she might lose a popularity contest is if you have to vote for multiple people, and Caitlin fans all vote for somebody else, and Caitlin haters also vote for that person. As the only time, if there is a one single vote for almost any award, Caitlin Clark is going to win it. And it is what it is. Caitlin Clark is right here, and she's here to stay. Like, we've got Cheryl Swoops and Gilbert Arenas arguing who the next face of the WNBA is going to be, Juju Watkins or Angel Reese. One, Juju Watkins currently has a torn ACL, and her game relies way more on athleticism than Paige Bueckers did. I think we give Juju Watkins grace. Apparently, Juju Watkins is still on track to break Caitlin Clark's scoring record. Juju Watkins has to make it to the championship game in her last 2 years of college. Whether she medically redshirts next year or not. She needs to average 31 points per game. And she's averaged 31 points per game. Make the championship game both years to break Caitlin Clark's record. And she did it while Caitlin Clark had a shortened season. But she's not going to break Caitlin Clark's record. Let's be real. She's not going to break Caitlin Clark's... she's not going to break her record. But, like, I think we need to give some grace to Juju. She's 19 years old. In my opinion, like, she's not even the highest ceiling 19-year-old on the planet. That's, in my opinion, Dominique Malonga. So, for me, anyway, I'm like, they're, like, talking about who the faces of the league is going to be. And it's like, oh, yeah, you know, Angel Reese is more marketable. I'm like, I actually don't disagree that Angel Reese is incredibly marketable. But, like, let's be real. The face of the league, you go to watch them play. You go to watch them play. Like, Anna Kournikova wasn't the face of tennis. And Anna Kournikova was a hell of a player, by the way. At her peak, she was a hell of a player. But, like, Anna Kournikova wasn't the face of tennis. It was Serena Williams. Serena Williams was just better. Serena Williams was better. Like, when it was all said and done, like, yeah, there was the initial Maria Sharapova hype. But once Serena Williams really hit her prime, when obviously there was injuries and, like, the death of her sister and everything that really affected that really kind of, not shortened her prime, that there was a stage when what should have been her young prime that never really happened. But once Serena fully got into her prime, there was no real, from about 2010 onwards, there was no talk of, maybe 2009 onwards, there was very little talk of Maria Sharapova. And let's be real, like, to be the face, you got to be one of the best. Caitlin Clark, even injured, is one of the best. Angel Reese is getting better. She is getting better. Her game's not flashy. People aren't coming out to watch her. But, like, everybody's going mad at this. Everybody's losing their mind. And she won a popularity contest, which is a given. And they want to make this something it's not. Like, let's be real. At whatever those awards were, Angel Reese won a popularity contest too, and nobody seemed to care. However, the people complaining about one of them, let's be honest, Caitlin Clark was not the best WNBA player last year. But at the same time, if an award is a popularity contest, she's going to win every single time, because no matter what people say and the harder people want to push against it, Caitlin Clark is the face of this damn league. You're seeing it in the viewership numbers. She had the 4th most viewed game on ABC against the Dream, and then against the Connecticut Sun, the 5th most viewed game on ESPN of all time. They're playing the Connecticut Sun. Caitlin versus the worst team in the WNBA was the 5th most viewed game on ESPN of all time. That is what we call motion.